Hi traders. Today we'll be analyzing a trade that I took on gold, and I didn't take this trade because I was forward testing. So here we can see that there's a 15-minute bearish fair value gap, and the buy side liquidity got swept. After that, we created a 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Right, so here I wrote, even though the third candle is a consolidation bullish candle, price did not retest the 15-minute bearish fair value gap, as buy side liquidity has already been swept above it, which is right here. There's another 15-minute bearish fair value gap that price has swept liquidity inside of. Right, then afterwards, price dumped down, right, and created a 15-minute bearish fair value gap that came with a order block. So how do we know that this is a change of character or a liquidity sweep? So one main thing is the creation of a 5 or 15-minute bullish fair value gap, which didn't happen. Okay. Yeah, even if I go on to the 5-minute, there isn't any bullish fair value gap. So here I wrote, price mitigated the 15-minute bearish fair value gap and went up to the 15-minute bearish order block, even though there was no liquidity resting inside of it. Right. So on the 5-minute, normally if we use a high time frame point of interest, we will go down to the low time frame to identify or see any structures that um, price can sweep liquidity. So here, when price came down, right, when price came down and came up, there wasn't any zones where price can sweep buy side, right? So it's just this big bearish candle, right? So this doesn't mean that price is sweeping liquidity and going to hit all the way upwards just because the 15-minute bearish fair value gap is being disrespected, right? So when price came up, it was disrespected. So some people might enter for buys because they think the bullish scenario is because they think it's a sweep of liquidity, so price is bullish. But that's not the case. So the reason why price ran up into the order block was due to the presence of a 5-minute bearish fair value gap instead of any sort of buy side liquidity resting inside of it. So yeah, one way where we can tell by the extent of how price retraces to the 15-minute bearish order block is looking at the imbalances of point of interest that's residing inside the order block or the point of interest. So here is the 5-minute bearish fair value gap that's residing inside the 15-minute bearish order block. So you can see that price completely mitigated it, right? Yeah, price completely mitigated the 5-minute bearish fair value gap, right? And but however, the 15-minute bearish order block got respected, as there isn't anybody kind of close above it, right? So yeah, so here we can use the fair value gap to see the extent of the retracement. So price simply wanted to collect more orders inside the fair value gap before dumping down. So here it says that there is no sweep in liquidity, and instead it's a change of character, as there is no creation of a 5 or 15-minute bearish fair value gap to signify the presence of a BPR. Additionally, the internal low has overlapped with the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. So this internal low here overlapped with our 15-minute bearish fair value gap, signifying that it will be a run on instead of a sweep of liquidity. So here price did run on liquidity. Right, so it came down, we tested the came down, disrespected the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. Right, we traced to the intersect of the 5-minute bearish fair value gap and 15-minute bearish order block and dump all the way down to close to 300 pips. It's crazy. So it would have been a 1-to-7. Yeah. So how can you find for entries? So now we're on the 50 minute. So on the higher time frame, we can see a sweep and a change of character, and then a retest. Right? Sweep, change of character, retest. Provided there isn't any opposing imbalances that's stopping us from taking the trade. So sweep, change of character, and retest. So going on the low time frame, when price came up to the 5 minute bearish fair value gap, right, we can look for the same sort of entries, right? So when price came up, there's equal highs here. So price came up to take out the equal highs, but not this fair value gap. I mean, not this internal high. So a sweep. Then right, a sweep must first happen, and then a change of character to the downside. Right. Or I guess the change of character can be here. Right. The change of character can be here. And then there's a retest of this 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Right. So we can enter here. So yeah, then the risk to reward will be even better. Right. Maybe a 1 is to 12.5. Right. If not, if you were to play safer, the change of character will be here. And then we have to look for a retest. Right, but there isn't a, okay, there is. There's this 1 minute bearish fair gap which got retested. Right. But the best is to look for the change of character here. Because we are quite sure the price is gonna dump all the way down. So this would be a very good RR for us. Yeah.